Hello all, welcome to this review for the brand new LEGO City 60405 Emergency Rescue Helicopter. So this is part of the January 1st sets, and while it's under the LEGO City brand, honestly, I've always felt that LEGO City was more like the typical LEGO of my youth, with police stations and fires, and in this case, a rescue helicopter, vehicles, and different kinds of buildings. So to me, it's just standard Lego, even though it's under Lego City. And this one, I think, if you want a short review, it's a great toy, very fun. It's 6+. I think the age range is perfectly fine. It's great from someone who started with the 4+ and is moving on to bigger sets. It makes for a Lego that I find is great in terms of a model, where there actually is not a lot of studs showing. Of course, there's the ones with the blades up here and this little section here, but apart from that, it actually looks like a nice solid model. So a lot of fun in that case. I recommend it. The price point is fine, nothing wrong with it, and I will obviously talk a bit more and show you the functionalities, but if you want to leave now, you can. I think it's great. You can go buy it. Now, in terms of price point, I was saying before, it is at the $20 mark USD, $25 Canadian, and it's got 226 pieces. It is just at the cusp of the 10-cent mark. So while that may be a bit pricey for a Lego City set, in this case, I see why. It has quite a few specialized parts for a small set. So kind of think of it as like the 4+ sets have very big pieces. This does too. So for example, I'll show them to you. Well, you obviously have the blades here. So you got 4 giant pieces. You've got this in the back, the rotor, right, which is made up of 2 specialized pieces. And you've got these here. I'll show them to you. Take the rotor off. These are... This felt like kind of like a 4+ set. Okay, so you got 2 big pieces like this. This feels 4+, for instance. That's not a bad thing. It just means that it's on the age. Like the age is 6+. So this feels like, the evolution of that. So of course, instead of an adult set would have this all, brick build, but in this case, you have one big piece. And yeah, that means it's a specialized piece. So you'll be paying a bit of a premium for it. And I understand that. But of course, that doesn't mean that you're paying so much more for this set. I'm just showing you how exactly the price is. You also have 2 specialized pieces here. Once again, kind of like an evolved 4+ set, where you have this piece here for the bottom of the head of the helicopter, and this here, the canopy, right? Which I think, well, look, it makes for a very cool design. So this is it at the profile. I'll show it to you here. It makes for a very cool design. Like I said, no studs showing aside from the stairs here. I think it looks really cool. It looks like a really nice built toy that you can then play with. A nice shape. However, I do find out that there is, that kind of space here in between. I'm going to show you what the minifigures that it comes with. It comes with 3. Also good for the value of that. So you've got 2 rescue workers. This guy here. I'll show you his headpiece. With what I would find is an odd visor, but then again, I don't know. This probably be as accurate. I just think it's an odd kind of visor. Usually, this would be a bit higher up, but in this case, it's just a bit off that it looks like this. Then you've got this person here, which has the same uniform. However, it comes with pieces to make like an extra backpack, and of course, there's a stretcher here for when they're going to go rescue somebody. Then you have this person being rescued. This person here has 2 faces. This is the more calm face, and if you look in the back, this is the in distress face. Why is it not clearing up? I guess you could see it. And yeah, when you turn his hat, it doesn't cover everything, but it's fine. From this angle, you don't see it. And he also has a little backpack here. So he's got a flare. Now, there are a few functionalities to this, which is very fun. So that's why I'm saying it's more like a toy. You do have this area here where you can open it, and the stretcher, which I had before, I'll place it inside. This can fit. So the idea is that you'd have this person either sitting at the steps or holding on this, right? Has the stretcher. You would take it down. Stretcher can be taken, and then you can put the person on the stretcher. I would remove the backpack, and I'll show you that here. Makes it easier. I'll make them a bit distressed. Here they're on the stretcher, and then this stretcher can go in. Yeah. Oh yes, it does go all the way through. That's true. I wanted to mention that. But of course, if you have somebody sitting there, right, that won't happen. And oh yeah, I didn't mention there's space for 2 people here. So I'll show that too. So I'm gonna take this, remove this person's head. And they also, I'll take the opportunity to mention that they have extra headpieces. So for example, this person, that's a tight connection. This person here has this headpiece, which looks the same as like the hockey helmet. And we'll have them sitting here in the front. We'll have the pilot too. We'll have them look more straight. And this is just a very normal figure. There's no alternate face and back, which is fine. I don't expect it for a set of this price or type. So you've got the 2 minifigures in the front, close as well, and you've got the person, the stretcher in the back. And the stretcher does not fall off. It's very secure there. There is one more functionality to this. Oh yeah, sorry, there's also a headpiece. While there's no alternate face, there is a headpiece for the pilot. It's a standard headpiece. All right, so here the other functionality is this part here, this rope. I'm going to take the stretcher out again. Show you a few things that you can do. You can either have the person hanging off or the stretcher. So let's say it was the stretcher, and you'd have the person when I get down. Maybe it can't land, I don't know. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? If anybody watched the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson, where at the end he puts a person on a stretcher and then he hooks the stretcher up and it goes up. In any case, so we're gonna have this person hold on to the stretcher. And then from here, I'm gonna extend down. If you just move this, the stretcher will go down. Here we go. It stretches far enough. Let's see if I can show you the length of the string with the video camera. So, yeah. It's got a good length. It's got a good length. Just showing you the play value that this toy has. Like I said, this feels more toy than it is like a Lego model, but I mean, it works fine. There's, like I said, I gave you all my thoughts in the beginning. These are just little extra things in the review to show you exactly what everything entails. A few things I want to talk about: the deco and the stickers. So this comes with only 3 stickers. These ones. Check that you have them the right way, even though it may look symmetrical. At least like the top-down version, it's not. You have this symbol here, which is the one from ancient Greece, where you have the stick and the snake twirling around it for medicine. In this case, you'll see that the snake is thicker at the top than the bottom, so you have to watch out for that. And in this case, when you assemble this piece, you actually assemble it upside down. So as you can tell, I screwed up and I put the less thick end of the snake at the top. It doesn't matter. No, it's just something I want to let you know. All right. There's our fun little details. So, for example, even though you can't see it too clearly, there's the idea of like lights flickering in this. So you have a clear red brick here and a clear blue here. Bluish green. We'll see. We'll say green, kind of like this kind of thing. And everything I want to say, and you don't see it. For some reason, I thought that usually the filter I have for this camera shows you the model as it looks. But in this case, the yellow is not showing you the yellow that I'm seeing. And it's just a small thing as a kid who grew up in the 90s. The yellow reminds me of a very cheap toy you would buy at the dollar store. So, you know, they always had fire trucks, police cars, and in this case, rescue things. And it has this neon, but like almost puke green chartreuse color. That does not look in any way appealing. Reminds me of those cheap toys, but it doesn't, of course, affect. This is obviously a quality toy. It's Lego. It's the best kind of building toy that we have. It's just funny that I see this kind of color that reminds me of a very cheap looking toy on a more expensive. It's not expensive. It's not too expensive, but like obviously on a quality product. It's just funny that I see that. So I wanted to point that out. I don't know if that helps you at all. Then obviously the colors in general remind me of those kind of cheap toys, even though this is obviously not a cheap toy at all. Just a little thing I wanted to get across. So that's it. That's the building experience. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I wish you all a great day. Take care, all.